innovation. Anushan we kami boblom. La fia agba. Namie de womitola me pe. Ka ni jimye la. Mie mo girl. Womito play a very good role. The development man. I'm a policy analyst. I'm international, well-recognized advocate for disability rights. I'm a lecturer. I work with all students with disabilities across the state of Vermont. If a child is on IEP and 504 plan between the ages of 14 to 26, they all know me in the state of the Vermont. Mima kwana awomitoba onyang don warakau. Ayata maba ma ble na mikata ba ngushanwi kawami le fia le hoya. Angu da kape baba ma ble nya ba fika womito le miafa na oma. Namie asukwatum hospitalatum agladam agriculture wealth creation nushanu wami le de where are the people with disabilities around the table of discussion. After the command magblena ba magada womi tolemo. La bawo wonanu gankli chuo le mia bama. Ayata nemye goma ba le Georgia, Atlanta, Lafia. Mia ho taroji nwenya ba fisha fimie dogole. Na ohoma afama do wo de sha de kan de. Biaba nanya ba nwi awami le de womi to no hwede. I don't want me told it. Let me o hamva discussion. I don't do ya oma. Now call them a quade or plan out there. We are in a very critical era now. Talking about equity, justice, and diversity. Nyonto minyanyi be jimile. Tamiko ya hwe. Pie kwa fifile fia plan yi wom nyamale lenye do woma. Yenye mbofo university so University of Minnesota, University of Vermont, and University of Cape Coast. Yenye alumni chapter ika nyama belong to but the Mount Mary training, that is French. Mafiemu le Ghana kaka French with the Ghana education. Yema vai UCC kaka womia yekwe nyangwi kama korongo ko yime ban le ko nyama srona. Eta wi mama magbrenye ba abalik vice chancellor na nanya ba akuda sukuvi onchi kwa mikashim ale kamiawe wamito na pote fole mia fote fo te fa gagagao anwa nyamalama nyanya wonde no ala ba mazana do kunya kofia now okwade ba yo ha yo tewe lo ata wamito na no mia fa wamba
akpa mishi akpa ni
akpa
la akpa dada mamia gada akpa to hiare neba ebe ya nami $500. Na yako.
Madakuku fifia. Mia for time at the nemia. A wrap up. Ta. Amo lemia domiola ganu gyola shi. The shada kalamia shi ko mi kwedama.
Yo kamarkumia yo togbi dan agboka jegede na miane mitik piade misaba a call $500 na mi do hin kaka ga phone wa boko amapo ba Mr. Kluges in ha agagamra pa makwa ka okaka oga de koka kokokpi miracle. Let's welcome Mr. Dan no phone na mi Dan agboka jegede
come here about it apo Steve for me about
number vem ba mi agba azalo vem ba yo anya jijo number bala mi adomele Ceana 2023 but do number 2 Executive Council Voter Development Forum chaired by Dr. Kofi Klugensen and then the regional minister wife Mrs. Lecha Kofi Gomado and others. The purpose of Voter Development Forum is a special purpose vehicle that has been established to support our sons and daughters who are living outside or in diaspora because we have come to realize that it is time for us as people coming from Volta region to come together, unite, and develop Volta region. So 3 years ago, we assembled professionals. We have about 19 committees, well chaired by qualified people from Volta region. I'm happy we have Professor Salah, who is here chairing the education committee. The purpose was that if you are Voltarian and you are having a particular expertise, you must belong to that committee. If it is education, if it is health, if it is agriculture, if it is in trade and investment, you got to belong to that committee so that you bring your expertise on board so that collectively we can do what it will take us to develop Volta region. Because God has blessed Volta region so much, but we seems not to realize or care. So VDF, as a matter of urgency, decided that we will use this thing as a special purpose vehicle where we will guide our sons and daughters who start the region want to do investments. Be it whatever it is, we are ready to support you. We will lobby the government or whatever organization it is to support the money you bring to support your investment in Volta region. We have all that it takes to transform the economy of Volta region. And we have decided that within the 5-10 years span, Volta region will be like a place like Singapore, Dubai. It's possible, believe it. It's going to happen live. We have the men who are capable of doing this. It's just a matter of time. VDF, just 6 months ago, don't forget, 3 months ago, there was a gentleman here who has acquired 150 acres, or 150 acres of land to establish poultry farm. In fact, when he came down to Ghana, there was there is bureaucracy, a lot of challenges. He was frustrated and wanted to pack and go back to America. So someone advised him to come to my VDF secretariat. In fact, when he came down, you could see the depression. He was so mad that I'm coming back to Ghana to invest. Why should I undergo all these things? Why do this problem? Police this and that. But I said, whoa, relax. Relax. Within a matter of a day, environmental protection, I matched him to the director of the regional director of environmental protection, regional commander, and all that. And we were able to resolve whatever was the problem. And today, if you get to Womenu, you could see a very large poultry farm under construction right now. He works with the State Department of United States of America. A young man at 40-something years. We want all of you to come home so that we can transform Volta region. It is not going to be easy, but collectively, we'll get to the land that we all desire it to be. I'm here. The VDF is an organization that is non-political. We have the regional minister who is part of it. We have the former ministers who are part of it. We have the Supreme Court justices who are part of it. House of Chiefs. All manner of people are part of it. So it's non-partisan. If somebody is in the NDC, if you're in government, bring development to Volta region. If you are the MPP, bring development to Volta region. If you are CPP, bring development to Volta region. That is the agenda of Volta Development Forum. VDF. Thank you very much. Let's not forget, Volta region is now declared the oxygen city, especially whole enclave. The whole entire Ghana, Volta region is declared oxygen city. That is why you can breathe better air when you storm the region. Come back home and experience it. Thank you very much.
Akpe. Marco, Madam Beatrice Jones Mensah Tawi, our keynote speaker, just arrived a few minutes ago. Please give her a round of applause, please. I told you, look over, you look nami, Troya, Yeta, Akpa nami. Kafifi Afia can be doa, Kamaraku, Miako Diana, the Right Honorable Speaker, Na Wapuno Nami PA with his closing remarks. Tagwe Bedra Maraku, the closing remarks from the Right Honorable Speaker of the Parliament. Yes, the keynote speaker would, let's have the keynote speaker give us just a few words and then just welcome her, and then we'll have the closing remarks. The keynote speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, the keynote speaker for tonight. She's going to be speaking tonight, but she just want to say, share a salutation with us.
Good afternoon. Sorry I'm late. There was a little bit of confusion in my program, so totally apologize to you, my beautiful family of the Volta region. I would assume that all protocols are already in place. Dogbio, Mamao, the regional minister, I'm not sure if the chair of the occasion is here, but the most important thing for me to say right now is congratulations on an amazing job. Congratulations. 30 years is a generation. And there's so many organizations who fall apart within a few years. And the one thing I love about my Volta region people is that sense of unity and fortitude. So I'm here to support you. I'm here to fall behind you in whatever little capacity that I can. None of us can do it all. It's a teamwork, and there's no I in team. So let's learn from each other. Let's stop with the talking and start with the doing. We all have different talents. We have different expertise, but nothing is too small. Nothing is too big. But the fact that we're here, and I would be remiss if I don't recognize my fabulous Chicago people who are in the house. Fabulous, fabulous. I know Auntie Carolyn is just an amazing woman. So please, I know I'm late. I'm not here to talk right now. I'm just here to say congratulations. And 30 years is a generational shift. So it's now or never for us to stretch our minds. Yes, we want to curate our culture, but we want to become dynamic. If not, we will lose the next generation that's coming up. So I look forward to being here tonight and to get to meet most of you, my family, because that's who we are, family. And thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. And I'm here to serve. Thank you.
Well, I wish I had a full house, but I see that some of the members of the family, for some good reason, are out of the conference hall. But let me stand on the existing protocol and share a few words with you. Initially, the keynote address was to be delivered by the beautiful lady who just could not recognize me. Before I give my closing remarks, as it is now, I have to give mine, and she will deliver hers in the evening. I am invited to come and show you how to dance bobobo. And I'm sure that I'll be able to beat the ladies with the agbada. That one, I'm sure I can do that. But I bring you warm greetings and best wishes from Ghana, particularly the Parliament of Ghana and my paramount chief, Tubega Adai Kwesi Jenny the 13th. That is the paramount chief of Awudumi traditional area. You have already been informed of the delegation I'm here with. I'm here with this huge delegation because I took your invitation to the 30th anniversary seriously. I accorded it the greatest honor it deserves. And as you've been told, I have all these leading members of parliament and some of your elder brothers who are working in my secretariat and office in parliament. My chief of staff, Honorable Kofi Ato, as you know, is one of the veteran politicians since the revolutionary days in Ghana. I knew the regional minister when I was the Minister for Health. Minister for Health in 2012. He's been a very good friend of mine. I'm happy he's here with Honorable Mrs. Regional Minister. But let me add a few things that was not said about some of the MPs that you have here. The Honorable Emmanuel Kwasi, actually should be Kosi Bejra, the Member of Parliament for Ho West, is the chairman of the Members of Parliament caucus from the Volta region. He is also the president of the Christian Fellowship in Parliament, and is a member of the ECOWAS Parliament. He's a member of the ECOWAS Parliament. So he has a network in Togo and in Benin and all over the ECOWAS. He is one of the known fighters against corruption in Africa because he's an active member of the African Parliamentary Network Against Corruption. No wonder he can make money. I also have Honorable Roxanne Eche Nelson Dafiamapo. He's a member of Parliament for Sabdai, and then the member of the Parliamentary Committee on Constitutional, Legal, and Parliamentary Affairs, and he has led the lawyers in Ghana to establish the Lawyers Society. We don't have any in Ghana. He has led the team now to establish one, the Lawyers Society in Ghana, not the Ghana Bar Association. I have also the Honorable De La Soa, the Member of Parliament for Kwando, and he's the deputy ranking, she's the deputy ranking member of the Committee on Mines and Energy. And our young up and coming future parliamentary leader, the Honorable Joycelyn Tete, who is a member of parliament for North Daya. I only speak when I'm permitted to do so by one of your sons. I call him communication expert. That's Mr. Gerhard Mensa. Those of you who recall his father was the ambassador plenipotentiary in the Kwame Nkrumah regime, the one who was sent to save Patrice Lumumba before his murder. I won't tell you the others, what he did over there. It's good for you to try and read about it. But let me register my gratitude to you, all of you, for the recognition and honor you've done me. I am truly the Togbe. I grew up from childhood with people from the Volta region, and my cousin had married there from Bato. And so we had 6 kids. And when I was practicing in Accra, 3 of them were with me. And so it's naturally that I'm with the Volta region, and we've been working together since '92. And rightfully, Towiga recognized me, and I'm happy and excited to be part of this large family. A family living between 2 rivers. Who know the names of the 2 rivers? Volta and Mono, yes. That land belongs to the Ewe people. That is where I also belong. So I say, Akwe, Akwe, kaka, 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 kaka. But congratulations to the president, the executives and members of the Council of the Ewe Association of North America, as simply Ceana, on your 30th anniversary celebration. The resilience, perseverance, and hard work that have gone into sustaining Ceana over the past 3 decades cannot be taken for granted. I know what it takes over the past 3 decades, 30 good years, how you've been striving to make each year better than the previous one. Ceana has a twin in me, this year being the 30th year in Parliament for me, which I'm also celebrating, together with the 30th anniversary celebration of the 4th Republic. Luckily for me, I'll be hosting, for and on behalf of Ghana, the whole Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, made up of 182 parliaments in the Commonwealth. In Ghana, we're having a conference, and that is termed the 66th Conference of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association International. So whether it's Canada or UK or India or Australia or whatever country, they will all be in Ghana under our auspices. And the 66th conference is also falling on the 66th year of Togbe seated before you here. So I have a lot to celebrate. And I'm happy that I'm celebrating it with you here in Atlanta, Georgia. Your invitation to me to chair this convention, therefore, could not have been a mere coincidence. You and I have something in common. As was sung by the Ghanaian music group, Prayer. Except that in this case, I cannot continue to sing, I and my Shodi are one. That one belongs to the lovers. Ceana's 30th anniversary celebration coincides with ours, as I said, in Ghana. Ghana has today the longest tenure of Republican Constitution, thanks to the vision and hard work of one of your own, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. You all recall the first 3 republics were short-lived, unfortunately. Three decades ago, or thereabout, you recall most countries in Africa have had intermittent coup d'etats renewed through their commitment to democratic governance. Ghana was a trailblazer in that. And we have stayed the course, just as the 3 Ceana countries have done the same. I am beginning to think that Ceana could have had an impact in the stable democracy that we have in Ghana, Togo, and Benin. And I share a lot of experiences with them. I've been to the Togo Parliament many times. I've also been to Benin. The speaker is a very good friend of mine. And I'm always proud to tell them that I'm one of the Togolese in the ever community in Ghana. And so they're always so happy to receive me. The theme for your conference, Empowering Our Youth Towards Innovative Entrepreneurship in Transformational Agriculture, I'm sure will be well dealt with by the keynote speaker. I know in her address, she's definitely going to refer to a number of very important factors that we have to take on board, because as have been underlined by various speakers, agric is the basis for our survival. Your focus on initiating development projects in the needy ever communities across the country, you represent only cements the selflessness of members of this family, and also the fact that we all agree that development is our goal. Dr. President, just permit me to mention, just for a prelude, some of the key pillars of the theme of the conference. Empowering the youth in agriculture is crucial for ensuring the sustainability and growth of the sector. Indeed, it is very important for our very sustenance. As Booker Washington, the American educator and author, said, "No race shall prosper until it learns there is as much dignity in tilling a field as there is in writing poems." In other words, to be successful, we need, as we talk about development back at home, to focus on agriculture. And as I said, there are a few things I'll underline, and I'm sure the keynote speaker will dilate on them this evening. The first is innovation. Innovation in agriculture implies deployment of appropriate technologies, such as GPS, sensors, drones, and data analytics to optimize resource use, monitor crop health, and improve yields. Technology will enable our youth in agriculture to make informed decisions based on reliable data to reduce waste and increase efficiency. Marketing farm produce can also do with innovation as it can support local economics in Africa, reduce food miles, and enhance the effectiveness of the food supply chain. The youth farmers will generate a lot more returns on their investment and reinvest in their farms. Yet still, innovative agriculture will require a focus on waste reduction. We need to think through the perennial glut of certain farm produce, the horribly low price of such produce during the glut, how some are left to rot only for us to enter into a season of scarcity of these same produce. A lot has been said about post-harvest losses and how agribusiness can help mitigate such losses. We need, therefore, to repurpose agricultural waste into valuable products like biofuels, bioplastics, and animal feed to support a circular economy and reduce the environmental impact. The concept of aquaponics and hydroponics, which are soil-less cultivation methods where plants grown in nutrient-rich water, creates a symbiotic relationship between fish farming and the waste therefrom. The waste provides nutrients for the plants, whilst the plants filter the water for the fishes. The challenge is that today's youth are technological savvy, and our crude approach to farming is a turn-off for them. If governments direct resources into modernizing agriculture and infuse technology into farm practices, more youth will opt for the sector. Our region, the Volta region, as you know, has a great potential as a food basket of not just Ghana, but of the world. But we cannot harness this without innovation. The next thing we have to underline, and I'm happy one of the presenters here touched on it, land access and tenure. We need to advocate for policies that promotes secure land tenure and access for the youth in farming. This could include land redistribution, leasing programs, and support for communal land ownership. I've been a farmer myself for many years. My father and mother were both farmers. So apart from law and politics, that is what I know. And really the challenges are so daunting in agric that after investing so much, sometimes we let it go. For many years, since 2011, I've invested heavily in mango plantation. My 4 tractors, a modern house that I was compelled to build in the farm because we were told that we have to export the crops to EU. They are now all lying, being wasted because of the challenges we are facing in agriculture. I managed to overcome the challenge of financial support, but after some time, the interest rate in Ghana is so suffocating. Now I think it's around 43 point something. That's inflation. The interest rate itself in many banks now is about 30 36%. That's why sometimes we are looking outside instead of inside. But we all know agriculture is not just a vocation, but it's a business. It's a whole industry of production, preservation, processing, distribution, marketing, and value addition. To have a hold on all these areas, there must be access to finance, particularly to the young farmers, including low interest loans, grants, and subsidies. I'm happy that your focus now is in infrastructure and particularly education. But let's look into that area, particularly the potential of tourism in the Volta region. It's one of the low-hanging fruits that Ceana could partner the people at home to harvest for the development of our family. It's equally important to do what you're doing now, networking and mentorship.